Don't forget to change your icons, everyone.
The ones that need icon change are you and Moriarty.
I believe Red Might hasn't changed. Yeah, Red Might,
That's
your
okay.
character's done. Didn't I send you your icon? Red Might,
mine is done as well.
If you're speaking, we're not hearing you.
I don't remember.
Check your PMs on here. That's where I usually send it.
Right. Is mine done too or not?
No, so go ahead and keep using that icon. Okay, I never sent, it looks like I never sent your icon on. Let me grab it.
Alright.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Tales of Miraleth Dungeons and Dragons. I will turn it over... Who did it last time?
I think it was me.
That's what I was thinking, and yet, after all the character development last time, you're also the best one to fit in there.
I suppose you're right.
Sorry. I do it, but I'm currently working on getting that icon made. So, take it away, Graham.
So last time on Tales of Miraleth, the party almost had some infighting Civil War shit go on, but they resolved it with the power of talking and friendship, or maybe just the power of forced acquaintanceship. But either way. Oh, and Element might not be afraid of fire for too much longer.
We shall see about that.
We can only hope. Because again, Fireball is a great spell to use in a confined sewer. Where apparently things travel in hordes.
All right, Dusty, you're up.
So, the party's on the ship, host speaking, and your apprentice is being dragged around by the third mate, I believe, bound up and being effectively dragged across the floor because he is not picking him up. And the former noble is pitching a bit of a fit.
I dare say that what he's currently doing, I think might kind of disqualify him a bit for nobility.
You can't be disqualified for nobility until you get disowned.
Maybe not, but being thrown over the side of a ship for being an asshole.
Will make you dead, yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like disowning, except worse.
I guess they can retroactively disown him.
A bunch of peasants killed him. That's
Not my
too
son.
sad.
Not my son. Never heard of him. Wristform also acquired his diary, but it was also offensive. Oh, I'm sorry. His journal of notes.
No, I acquired his abomination that could possibly be considered notes.
They're a safety hazard.
They are professionally offensive, just as was his earlier magic, if not more so, because these may not have
We
even been tested.
do not call that thing he was practicing magic.
Theory crafting, then.
We have to call it something.
Abomination.
We have to call it something that we don't refer to everything we fight as being.
Oh, this is very much something that Wristform fights against.
Yes. I agree, but we need a term to refer to his specific abomination.
Idiocy?
How about we call it Gregory?
You know,
He was
I
making
support this.
Gregory.
You know, if you love something or you hate it, you gotta give it a proper name. It gives your hate and love more power.
Interesting.
like if
You will give it a specific focal point.
say like there's a really annoying squirrel in your. What do you think has more What do you think feels more powerful? Damn you, squirrel, or damn you, Sir Iron?
Iron? Interesting. Because it's that specific one, I understand.
Dusty, would you release Euphoria's character sheet, please?
Okay. Right. Euphoria. There it is. There.
I'll get it changed in a moment.
Delightful. So, it is now called Gregory. Interesting turn of events. And here I was worried.
Why would you ever be worried about something that players do?
Oh, I don't know. Call it instinctual at this point.
It's like you think we're a bunch of crazy people who do crazy things.
Gosh.
Like, start civil wars with each other.
No.
Yeah, that definitely never happened. We are perfect little angels.
I'll roll insight for that one. Deep suspicion.
Yeah, you can release Euphoria back to Red Knight now.
You got it? Red might claim Euphoria.
And Red Knight, change your Discord icon, please.
So, Captain, do you have any specific orders for the rest of your crew that are not PCs? You
Well,
are still in the air, after all.
Assuming that... Well, first off, we would get the ship moved closer to the town. Because we would have landed previously down on the beach. And there's no reason not to move a little closer to town. You know,
Well,
where
there
they
are
would
the
let
airship
us.
docks inside.
Yeah, we'll go dock at one of those.
Alright.
I will give specific orders to the third mate to make absolute certain that the miscreant does not escape.
Right?
We
You
are
good?
not
That-
done
there.
with him.
Chandler.
And otherwise, if Graham is back to normal, I say we go forth.
He has recovered. He has no more exhaustion.
Red Knight, are you there?
He seems to be having some issues.
Red Man is kind of tired.
Yes.
He's having a headache and he doesn't have a lot of energy.
Ooh,
There, I got
See.
it.
thank you. Just wanted to make sure.
Well,
So,
as
yeah.
long as everyone's fine.
We
So,
are
no orders other than that.
just maintain the ship and he
Keep
will
an eye on Chandler.
yeah. He will allow we'll say half the crew to have shore time. He'll give them 6 hours, and then they are to report back and relieve the others. Making sure that the third mate passes off Chandler to the second mate, while he goes off and so forth, you know.
You notice that they've been cleaning up a lot of blood for some reason. But other than that, it's probably Chandler's, so nobody cares.
Oh, well, if nobody cares, then yeah, we'll just continue on.
Yep.
So we're
They should
headed
have made
into
they
the
should have made
sewers?
Chandler clean it up.
He unfortunately needs to be patched up. Why? It wasn't worth reporting. It wasn't worth. So, what is your objective venturing forth into the city?
Aren't we supposed to go under the city into the sewers and stuff?
Yes, and for that, it would probably be best to meet with the one who issued the mission to get permission to go down there, and also directions. So, to the town watch then. They have had several buildings stationed throughout the city for fast action and response to emergencies. Will all of you head inside or just Reform?
Graham will go in.
I'll go in.
Prey, Red,
Craig can accompany as well.
I'll go
Right.
inside as well.
everyone goes inside one of the watch headquarters. Inside it is mostly made of hard, smooth stone. Even the counters and the chairs are stone. With some padding, of course, but there's remarkably little wood inside here. Behind the counter, seemingly occupied with an amount of paperwork, sits a large, and I'm sorry, Graham, bear.
Well, all of you see Graham's eye start to twitch. He looks like he might be becoming slightly unhinged.
Just a touch manic. Snowy climbs on top of your head and starts kneading the base of your ears for some reason. You're not sure if this is helping or making things worse. As his intentions are unknown.
Well, there's only one way to determine how well Graham holds it together, or if he starts foaming at the mouth.
Will save, if you please. Or wisdom. You might need to. You might need to step outside. You might need to step.
Graham will do so.
You know that there's a bear inside there. This building is no longer allowable. Part of you wants to destroy this building, but you can't burn it. Damn, the bears thought of everything.
Yeah, Graham is going to like fight the hand which instinctively summoned his shadowy weapon in knife form. He's gonna slowly push it down before walking out the door.
Snowy whispers into your mind.
Wait, what do you whisper into my mind?
Must fight the bear. Do not let it. Do not let it go.
Graham is gonna be like, not middle of mission, not now.
Fine, I can be patient. The rest of you witness that odd display. Are any of you going to do anything about it, or approach the bear to speak of your mission?
I don't think Element's the only one that needs mental help. Mental help.
Yeah, he got a bit of a very bad encounter with bears. Actually, right on the mission where we rescued you. Funnily enough. Well, not funnily enough, just interestingly enough.
He had to kill a bear by himself 3 times in a row. The same bear.
It just kept getting back up. It just.
Is this going to be another thing we must address?
Relax. Bears are only a small percent of the population.
I'll go outside with Graham, if you don't mind.
Oh, nice.
Before I will go outside and find Graham, sit next to him. Hey Graham, I guess you can, if you want, you can pet my hair.
Graham is gonna be like, what? all the foaming, the near foaming at the mouth is like stopped. Is like, wait, what? He's very confused.
You have taken his mind off it.
Do it. Go on.
What? This is weird. Is there a reason why you want me to touch your hair?
Do it.
He'll be like, fine, okay, and he'll touch your hair.
That's a good point.
Did you really say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, he'll kind of pull back and be like, I'm not a child. I'm just short.
Oh, hey there, champ. How you doing?
Oh.
Luckily, wrist
Interact.
form is
I know how that-
inside, so.
Won't stop trying to handle me around like if I was a toy. But oh well. Seems like just so you know, the same offer to you that we're doing to Element goes to you. I do have a spell that helps out with calming emotions if need be.
I mean,
Just a little distraction and help.
Unless I have to talk to that bear directly, I don't feel like it should be a problem.
Euphoria, roll a
Offers there.
perception check. You feel that strange rabbit that's always with Graham is staring at you more intensely than it was before.
I don't think your little friend likes me very much.
It's
Those
complicated.
cute little button eyes seem focused.
Well, as Graham is kind of an albino rabbit and has red eyes, and Snowy's kind of the same thing as him. It probably looks terrifying, having just red eyes just glaring.
Yeah, they seem to. They just seem focused, but they're not changing or anything. They're just towards you.
It's there all he wants. He will not dissuade me from being with my companion.
Yeah, there's a whole situation there to explain. Unfortunately, I don't think this is the time nor the place.
No worries. We'll get time later.
Good to know. Hopefully they don't take too long in there.
Hopefully.
Graham is going to continue. Is going to start carving it into into like the nearest tree, like basically just like bear murder.
Bear murder.
Jufra was just a
he's drawing a very crude drawing of
A bear.
you know a very violent end to a bear.
You do you, buddy. Anyway, the party inside. Are you engaging with the bear? Oh,
So we're at this place for the bear, or with the bear for getting info, or
you're here to formally accept the mission.
ah,
You heard about the mission and how people were coming here to do this job, but you're not registered.
he will walk up to the counter and be like, "So we've heard that you have a problem down in the sewers."
The bear looks up at you and says, "Ah, another cleaning crew. All right. Any particular section? We've got an amount of them left."
What amount?
Well, we've divided the sewer into sections, and we send one team a day to check these sections and see if they find anything, and if they do, to kill it. 13 crews out of the 50 we've hired so far have reported back with sightings of black puddings. Strange black puddings, though.
Black pudding.
Oh, you've not heard of them? They're horribly corrosive.
This is my first time hearing about such a creature.
Right. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. Our melee fighters are gonna need to be careful down there. So
Yeah, good thing you didn't come sooner. We lost a few teams to them, but the ones that made it back told us all about them.
All right.
So now we know what we're dealing with.
Where would you like us to start then?
All right. You'll take one section at a time. If you come back empty-handed and didn't find one, we can give you another one, but you'll be paid less since it was just effectively scouting. Kills, however, are 100 gold each, plus repairs if something happens to your equipment.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Red needs to step away for a moment.
So we've got to go down, kill things, try and make it back. I guess just give us a section and we'll go for it. What is the
Yep.
pay?
100 gold per kill. And if you don't encounter any after exploring a section, just come back, report it. We'll toss you 10 gold for your time.
Alright, seems fair. Send us to wherever you'd like then.
Right. He's going to pull up a map and then open up a different stack of papers, handing you 2 scrolls and a key.
I'll open the scrolls and take a look.
One seems to be a map starting from this location to where the entrance to this section of sewers is. And the second scroll shows the section of sewers, so you don't overstep.
Thank you much. We'll be on our way.
Well, maybe you've done some fighting with them before. Good luck to you. I'd like everyone that's there to roll insight. Red's not here. Oh. Ah, that's right, he's outside anyway. He did mention that these puddings were strange. Perhaps you should inquire about that.
What seems to be strange about them, though?
Oh, yeah, that. They seem to be employing tactics somehow. And they're darker than usual, like there's a smoke around them.
So it might be the darkness?
Maybe. I mean, they still die when you kill them, but that smoke just flies off somewhere.
How about instead of the section you gave us, a section that has not been thoroughly explored?
This is the
Because...
section I'm giving you.
Okay.
We're dividing it up and sending people to explore every section of the sewer. Eventually, we'll get every bit.
Alright. Well, then we will head off.
Alright. That key's for the, gate. Gotta keep that locked. And close it behind you, for God's sake. Don't let civilians down there. And with that, he gets back to his paperwork. If
Well,
no one
we're-
else has any questions for him,
I guess we're heading off since no one else is talking.
I guess so.
I don't really have anything. I don't think I have anything to say. And Grime and Euphoria went outside.
So, I guess you'll collect your companions upon leaving the building.
Mm-hmm. Element approaches Grime and Euphoria.
How'd it go?
we managed to get a section of the sewers.
Alright, so it seems that we are gonna need to leave you here with the bear, Graham, as a relay.
Sure.
You're just gonna have to hang out in there with him. The rest of us will head on down.
I'm sure eventually they'll run out of bears to for me to relay information to.
And then things will be fine.
But in seriousness, we have a... apparently something is different down in the sewers here with the... You know what, I'm just going to say I relayed everything to you all. Those of you that were outside. Because I'm a bit off, so...
Yeah.
Graham
No.
will be like, so that means that whatever barrier that they have at Brightwall apparently doesn't reach underground. Doesn't that mean there's this kind of a danger of the darkness kind of coming up through the sewers and taking over people?
Seems like a dangerous oversight.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I know that
Dangerous.
I know that the underground tunnels with the giant beetles or whatever. I know though they said those were dangerous, but they were still passable during night usually, as far as I'm aware. Strange.
Very strange indeed.
Well, the monsters aren't gonna kill themselves. It's gonna be something that we may want to tell the authorities, though.
They are the authorities.
If they're not,
They are the Boot Squad!
maybe
Especially since Brightwall is called. Doesn't Brightwall have like one of those like light like wall things like the tower has basically? I could have sworn it was doing something like it had something similar to that.
It had some form of radiant magic that it was using at nighttime to ward the darkness off. But
Yeah, it
it's
seems like-
not the same as the tower. The tower had some sort of shield that prevented the darkness from going through it. This is just like, they're basically like, all right, and they turn on floodlights that are about as bright as the sun.
So they turn night. They literally turn night into day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham will be like, yeah, we'll definitely want to tell them about the underground because it's kind of an issue.
yeah, it seems like a big oversight. Like it's something.
Actually, now I'm kind of wondering if this city has had a rash of disappearances that weren't related to the cleaners in the sewers.
They said some of the early teams went missing.
Yeah,
And the
he's
ones that
saying
returned told them about this.
he was wondering if like people out who did not get sent down into the sewers to clean have gone missing recently, like in higher numbers than would be normal.
Graham, roll an insight check.
It definitely seems to me like there is something controlling them. I don't know if it's in the section they gave us, but they're very adamant that we only stick to our section. So
Wristform was told as he was leaving with the key, and close the goddamn gate behind you. We don't want civilians going down there. So there might be some credence to your thought.
Possibly, but also there's also dangerous slimes that dissolve people. I think that's an equally good reason to do.
Very, very true.
I mean, that's kind of like having a pit of lava and being like, you know what? I bet you some arsonists will walk through here. like there's like I bet you the fires around this place are caught from arsonists, and it's like, but there's also lava here. It's like,
Yeah, that does remind me of a stupid conversation I had with someone saying, like, oh, potassium has some minor nuclear properties. If you eat 10,000 bananas in 10 minutes, the radiation will kill you. And I just responded with, yes, the radiation will kill you. The radiation.
I'd just like to casually toss it out there as well. Now, what if you said the sewers were dark?
I can't imagine the sewers are lit.
Well, this is
Nobody asked.
This is Brightwall. If there is any place for the sewers would be lit, I imagine it's here.
Well, I guess we'll find out when we go into the sewers.
Indeed.
Again, I can't imagine these people have enchanted their sewer tunnels, or at least the entrances in which the darkness could possibly come in from, and made them and flooded them with radiant light.
That's something they have to turn on. And you don't know the mechanics of it.
Oh, I know. But still, it's a safe assumption that it doesn't apply to the sewers.
Probably not. The light probably does not reach through the floor. Or the roads.
Well, shall we?
Or down people's toilets, for instance.
Well,
That's a terrifying thought of people being possessed by the darkness through their toilets.
It's best to take care of this as soon as possible. It's best.
So wait, you said they was very adamant that we only investigate our section? Did you ask why? That seems like a very strange thing.
Wristform?
Wristform?
Sorry, what?
I believe
Graham
Ron
was
is
asking
addressing
if you inquired as to why we were told not to leave our specific section.
They're saying that we are...
Gleaming endowment.
Of course the Australian completes the donation goal with Down Under in it.
I was going for that one. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaffer. Anyways, as I was saying, it seems that they are just... I'm not really sure. They basically seem to want to just keep us in our areas, cleaning things up. Probably to try and be thorough in a way, but it doesn't feel very thorough to me. I don't know. They're paying us per kill, and they'll give us only 10 gold if we scout it out and find nothing.
I mean, it sounds like there's other people who have cleared out these things before and they keep coming back. There's got to be a source somewhere, don't you think? Is it possible?
Well, I'd agree that there's definitely some kind of source causing this. They're seeming more tactful than normal, and they are there's definitely something controlling them, but
I mean, it kind of sounds like the darkness with the whole black smoke. Probably,
Oh, I said
if
the
they had
same
eyes,
thing.
but I find it weird that they're not looking for the source of where this is coming from.
They might be. They might be hoping that they wind up finding it. One section at a time.
Part of me feels like we should have gotten a map and seen if, like, the areas that they've cleared or something like along those
Well,
lines.
they gave you a map of the section they want you to check out.
Yeah, but that gives us the picture they want us to have, not the whole picture.
Not
But either way,
everything
we
is
can-
a conspiracy, Graham.
I'm just saying, if we happen to find some information that says, hey, the source is here, I say we go look for it.
If we do, then we come back, turn in what we've got, and take the section where that's at.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get moving.
That's a wonderful idea.
Also, Graham is going to be like, also, Element, what intensity level of fire does it have to be before you start weirding out?
Well, I think I'm fine with torches. But Respawn's fireball knocked me completely out when it just grazed me.
My hamster is getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
So it's only large sources of fire. Well, there goes my plan for working on helping you, possibly.
Hmm. What plan was that?
Might need a little salt.
Oh, I was going
Too
to,
much stuff.
since
You're
my
welcome.
shadow sword is kind of covered in flames, but they won't necessarily burn you. I was going to incrementally work it up to a larger weapon, as such, more flames, and like just slowly get you accustomed to it until we reach the point where, we'd have to expose you to much larger flames.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea, though.
Eisen,
Yeah,
I've
but if
sent
you're
you
okay
an
with
influence.
torches.
It is related to you, so you can choose to accept or deny.
It's related to whom?
Graham.
Who is it related to?
Oh, to Graham?
Zim?
Tim.
That's what I said, yes.
Kind of.
I said 3 times now.
You
We
were
heard
looking
him
at
now.
us.
I'm gonna have to say
You
no
could
to
just
that.
check your PM.
I did. I'm gonna have to say that's not quite Graham.
You heard him. That ain't Graham.
I wonder what it was.
Well, if you're in the stream chat and supporting the channel by watching while we're also playing, you would see. Hint, hint. All of you could easily count for another 5 viewers, you know?
I've got other screens to look
Also,
at.
Graham already comes up with a lot of conspiracy theories without being influenced to actual paranoia.
I wonder what an overstimulated Graham looks like.
Imagine that you gave coffee to a rabbit that was rabid, and then that rabbit grew actual fangs.
You see, I can only imagine a heart attack, though.
Where is the comment section? I don't see it.
Stream chat?
Mm-hmm.
To the right.
Yeah, it's on Twitch.
No, I think he means where in the chat.
It's in Redemption. You probably can't see the chat history, but you can see going forward. Jaffer just said, don't believe them, everything is a conspiracy.
Hmm. Yes, the parish are working with the darkness. The parish.
Like I said, I think Graham comes up with enough conspiracy theories without being like actually legit without having actual legit paranoia. I think he might be a little bit I think he might be a little bit too insufferable if he had actual paranoia.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
You could go back and ask him more questions if you wished.
Graham can't. Graham would go ballistic and murder him. Anyways, Graham was like, let's just go on. We can see we can kind of get a feel for what's going on whenever we're down there ourselves.
Agreed. So I guess we're going to. So I guess we're heading to the sewers.
Correct.
But I'm just waiting for things to move along.
All right. You reach the gate of the sewers. There is 5 guards standing outside it. And you see alchemist fire on their bandoliers, or on their belts.
Graham is going to be like, what exactly is all of this?
Extra security. We've received reports that there are black slimes down there. So, in case they get a little bold, we want to be ready.
5 guards and a bunch of alchemist fire is pretty extreme for what I assume is a staircase.
I think they're more
That
afraid.
is correct.
I think they're more afraid of the black flans than the staircase.
No, I'm saying it doesn't take 5 people in a bunch with belts full of alchemist fire to defend a single stairwell.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's. It
You
is
may underestimate how much military force we have in the city.
Is the answer too much? Because it seems very excessive. Because I could see like maybe like 2 or 3 of you here to guard it, just in case something weird happened. But
Well,
alchemist fire, there's no way around alchemist fire in a stairwell.
this is one of the unchecked sections. There aren't many of them left, and we're focusing personnel around the entrances to those sections.
Have the slimes become more dangerous the more sections you have cleared?
No, they have not.
Hmm.
However, don't want to be slack, but with the odd behaviors, so we'd rather just not give them the chance to get sneaky with us.
Are you guys, providing like the same level of guarding to keep the sections you've already cleared?
No, we've upon clearing the upon informing us that when you return that you have cleared out the section, we will go afterwards and light up the sewer by putting all the torch sconces back up and providing illumination. So, because we've discovered when these black flans go by, they seem to knock the torches out. They dislike light in any form, so we can use these torches to track their movements. If torches go out in a section after we've already cleared it, we know they've been there.
That makes sense.
This has darkness written all over it. Yep, let's go in.
Oh, we've put together that much.
Actually, before we go in, any ideas where they're coming in from? Because, obviously they're getting past your wall.
Not yet. However, from the reports we've gotten, they keep retreating to every section. They keep retreating to any section that we have not explored yet. It's like they know where we've been, and keep a record also, which is disconcerting. Hence, with this unsettling behavior, increased personnel.
I guess that makes a little bit more sense now. Also, out of curiosity, since I'm sure guards talk to each other, has there been any, increases in disappearances lately of citizenry? Outside of, the people going missing from being cleaners.
Well, there was an amount before we started realizing there was a problem with the sewers. We started setting up additional guards with more equipment and issued the mission. After that, it slowed down quite a bit.
Okay, because I was worried the darkness is basically, potentially, infesting your city without anyone knowing.
No, that would be an embarrassment. Just a complete embarrassment. I would die of shame before the darkness took me.
I'm
Well,
glad you guys are taking your
my
job.
questions are satisfied.
I'm glad you people are taking your job seriously. But I suppose we should go. It's time to hunt some clams.
Puddings.
Puddings. I couldn't remember if it was flan or pudding.
Well, not many
They're
people
called flans
encounter
in
them.
Final Fantasy.
Cast hella magic in Final Fantasy. Yes. They'll ask if you have the key and if you are in fact authorized. They're asking you risk form for the scrolls.
Add them in Bacon's wrist.
I'll hold them out for him.
After looking over them and confirming that they are in fact legitimate, they stand aside and let you unlock the gate. You did come with the key after all. Yes, they have a spare, but that's the key that's supposed to be used.
We'll get it unlocked. Thank you much. And I guess we'll head down into the sewers.
Also, one last question is, what kind of door is it? Is it like a solid door, or is it just like bars?
It is a sheer rock, actually. However, this seems recent. This rock slab of a door seems much newer than the frame it's connected to.
Yeah, because I don't think most doors could stop a slime.
they've taken appropriate measures.
That's good. They're not dumb dogs. 'Cause I can only assume that all the guards in the city are also dogs, like they are everywhere else, pretty much.
You encountered a bear in the headquarters.
Yes, but again, I am assuming a vast majority of them are still dogs because they are apparently very prevalent in this world.
Fair enough. For the ease of just myself, I'll say yes. They're mostly dogs.
Doggos.
You know, Graham is one day going to figure out who's making all of these dogs. Because he already knows they're not natural.
No, a mouse. Unsettling
Anyways.
the cats.
So, who wants to go first into the dark, creepy sewer?
Enemy says I'll go first.
Considering that these things are weak against fire and, your particular difficulties there, perhaps we should have others lead.
He does make a point.
Not to mention, with your weapons, these things will destroy your weapons and armor.
Why am I here for then? I guess I can heal you guys if one of you get injured.
We very well might need that.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
All right then. I'll go in the back and be support for now. I certainly don't want this armor destroyed. It cost a lot.
Well,
actually,
to a normal person's income.
Is your armor magical?
It's mithril.
That's not technically magical.
Okay, so yeah, it's not magical.
Yeah.
It's just made
It's just very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magical would mean it can't be destroyed by them. Magical
Really?
weapons and armor cannot be destroyed by
Plant.
basically anything.
Pudding. Can they be destroyed by other magical weapons?
The puddings could be destroyed by magical weapons, yes.
No, he's asking if magical weapons can destroy magical weapons.
Not really. Basically,
Very few things.
by the rules, they just cannot be destroyed. However, obviously the DM can decide what does and doesn't apply there. But by the rules, they are indestructible.
Okay, good to know.
Graham will be like, I got a plus one
Dusty?
longsword someone can use.
Dusty, it sounded like you were trying to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, Euphoria, you're starting to remember something. You have very special gear.
I thought that was taken off.
That the curse was taken off. The enchantments remain.
Yeah.
I thought it lost that as
No.
well. Oh, never mind.
No, it was just the curse that was transferred over to, I believe, Respawn's staff or catalyst.
His arcane focus.
Yeah. He's been slowly cleaning that out altogether, unraveling it, but he at least pulled it out of your armor. He's just been slowly working at unraveling the curses themselves.
I thought it was also the shield and weapons. He took them all, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he took it all. All the curses.
All right. She has armor, shield, and a weapon that are technically enchanted.
Wonderful.
She should probably be. She's a cleric, right?
Yes.
We
Yes, sir.
might want her up front because I feel like the darkness probably also doesn't like divine magic, probably.
I would agree. She can lead. Elevin, Graham, you said you have a long sword that's got an enchantment on it. You could give that to
Also,
Elevin to wield.
Yeah, Graham will hand Element the +1 longsword because he can summon a sword made out of darkness that is also basically a +1. But he can
Surprise!
also
You
just be
sliced
anything he
into it,
wants.
and the pudding grows bigger. You have made a mistake.
Oh, I know what happens. When that occurs, but
Is the +1 longsword magical?
yes,
Yes.
Yes, +1.
hence it's a +1.
Oh, okay. So the +1 mix is magical. Okay, sorry, I just not familiar with that term. Sorry.
I mean, unless it's masterwork, but even then, I think that counts, sort of.
No, masterwork is not magical. Masterwork technically does not exist anymore.
Oh,
Which I don't
really?
care for because I always liked the idea of, a step between magic and mundane. But masterwork is still not magical.
Makes sense.
Forgot that masterwork didn't exist anymore.
Graham will also be like, or do you want the +1 the +1 longsword that can what was it? Could cast that one wind spell that pushes things.
The
Right.
wind spell that pushes things.
I can't remember what the hell it was called, but the sword was called Wind Cutter. Oh no, I think Graham gave that to Magna because he didn't need it. Anyways,
I don't recall. But why do I have a sudden urge to yell Kagome?
Adam is going to say, I am not really proficient with the story either way, so I can't take it, but I'm not sure it's going to be that effective.
you don't know how to use a sword.
I'm a spear user.
You know how to use martial weapons, right?
I do believe so. Let me see.
Then you should be fine. Yes, you should be able to use every kind of weapon as a paladin.
You have proficiency with all
Yeah.
martial weapons, so unless
You
it's
can use
crazy
it.
exotic, you're fine.
Exotic weapons don't even exist anymore.
Yeah,
Jesus, this
Yeah,
system is too streamlined.
Yeah, martial weapons. So yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. It might be a little. It might not be your cup
Move
of
it
tea, but you should be
from-
fine using it.
Dusty, you can
All right.
move it from Graham's inventory over to Element's. Just click and drag between the two character sheets.
Yeah.
Or click and drag the dragon head, that is.
Dragon heads. Be back a moment.
Thing labeled longsword in your bag of holding.
It's the
Oh no, it's
+1
longsword
longsword.
plus. Yeah, there it is. At the very top.
Grandma's collected a lot of weird knickknacks.
Yeah, you still have a dusty minimum in your backpack.
I guess I should probably remove that. Graham misses Dusty Minimus.
They've been absent for a while now.
Yes. That doesn't mean Graham misses them any less.
Sure enough.
I was gonna ask if I thought you said that they were gone.
Yes.
He
Yes, they are.
he misses his weird dancing friend. Oh, and I remember the name of the spell. It was Gust of Wind, I do believe.
See.
It was the thing it was that wind spell that was pushing us all over the place in the mansion where we found Dusta Minimus.
Good memories. Oh, and a scroll of blink. That could be useful sometime. If you want to save spells.
Doesn't take Graham long to recover his spells. He just needs to rest for an hour.
Fair enough. Not Moriarty's tale. I should stop looking at this.
Oh,
What?
you saw the foxtail that Graham has on his belt.
I mean, you've told me about it again and again, and so I called it not Moriarty's tale.
Oh,
Yeah, the thing no one has ever asked about.
Yeah, no, he's just yeah. You even told me about it out of game, and yeah, Graham's just had a foxtail just on his belt. It's been there, hanging. Excuse me a moment. I am thirsty.
So we're headed in there. We've got everything situated. I guess Dusty stepped away.
Also, did Cray come with us? No, yeah, that's right. He was in there talking to the bear person too.
yeah. Yes, he was. So yeah.
Every time Graham sees Cray, he's like, oh, huh, I'm surprised it's so quiet.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing down here. We're just, moving along through this area, and there's absolutely nothing. I guess this is easy money, huh, guys?
What?
Nothing, Dusty.
How dare
We
you?
totally did go through like 10 sections and nothing happened.
Indeed. Is that right? Well, time to leave. Nothing to be found. Back to the tower you go.
Whatever works.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. You descend down the staircase. What is the marching order?
I believe we've got Euphoria in front, followed probably by Elemen, then...
I thought
either-
Element was going to be towards the back. So you could be near the front so you can throw fire without, freaking Element out.
That is
Has
true.
everyone gotten the map?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
I've not done this before.
You
Graham
right-click
Graham
on the
will be
map,
behind,
and
Riskmore.
there's a share button.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
We did not get anything.
Share record?
There it goes.
There. Okay.
You'll see
Oh,
our
Graham
icons in the bottom left when we've got it loaded up and stuff.
Ah, I see. So that's how I do it. Yeah, interesting.
Graham forgot to ask if the slimes basically came out of cracks and crevices.
Should I reshare it? Because I see a portrait of Elemen, 2 Euphorias, and Cray.
I mean, I'm in the map.
I'm in it as well, so I'd say just continue on. It's probably a glitch.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
It is very black, and if you can very easily zoom out so far that you see nothing.
Yeah.
I must have done this incorrectly then. Top right of it. No.
I just did that to myself. I zoom out so far that I can't see anything.
All right.
I see the map, but no icons or tokens or
Uh,
whatever.
Having some trouble. So I'm just gonna do this. Nope, that didn't work. Right. How do I put people on this map? This doesn't seem to be working. Click? No. Drag? No. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so you have to add us to the combat tracker and then drag our icons from the combat tracker onto the map.
Ah, see, thank you.
Uh-huh.
There. Yes, that works. Just not cumbersome. Alright, so Euphoria first, followed by... Who? Sorry, I was trying to figure out
I
the
guess
map stuff.
Risforn, then
Graham,
Graham,
then Elemen.
and Cray probably in the back.
Yeah.
Right?
Because unfortunately, punching into acid is not a good idea.
I can't really. I don't have any magical equipment, and I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be kind of useless for this fight.
Cray is just there for moral support.
He's here to be smart, and that's about the extent of it.
Cray is going to fulfill the only purpose that Graham believes he has: sucking up precious oxygen.
Boy, does he do that well.
He even has breathing exercises.
Stare at them. Alright, you've entered the sewers, and they are dark.
Very
However, I'll assume some of you brought light sources. And some of you have dark vision. So navigating won't be too hard, as these are uniform smooth stones. But it does look a bit foul. So, would you like to advance in this order, or check
Yes.
around?
Check around first.
Alright, perception checks from everyone. Which direction will you be looking? Or just all around in general?
all around in general.
Just in
Alright.
general.
Graham will be listening for anything that sounds like a slime.
That's fair. Those slimy sounds. Sound slimy.
So slimy.
Ho ho! Peering all around, you see that this place.
This would be hearing-based perception, by the way.
All right.
That's the only way I can roll it with advantage.
Well, everyone but Graham. You can see that there does seem to be evidence that they were here. You can see lines of stone that are just like seemingly corroded. Like they've just been the top 3 inches of the stone have been just vaporized.
So it
As
looks nice and
something
clean.
went across. Yes, these seem just shockingly clean, and yet there's a bitter smell to them that stands out from the sewage. And seems fresh too. Like you instinctually don't want to step on this. Even though it's probably fine. But Graham, you hear a slapping sound as something seems to be pushing itself from up ahead.
Graham will point that out and be like, I hear something up ahead.
There's
Can you tell how
also
many?
a dripping. Seems
Oh,
thicker than the surrounding liquids, though.
Where is the dripping coming from?
Above,
Like directly above us?
not directly above you, a little off to the right, actually.
Graham will look over to where the dripping is coming from and point it out.
As the rest of the party is alerted to this, and shining their lights in this direction, they're met with a peculiar sight. There is a black pudding that seems to have been affixed, seems to have been stuck to the ceiling and semi-frozen. As a matter of fact, the ice still seems to be slowly encasing its form.
That's curious.
That's weird.
We should be careful.
It still seems to be alive, but its attempts to push itself free from the ice are essentially ripping small parts of itself and dropping it into the water. The water then sweeping it away somewhere, probably in such a small chunk that it is effectively dead.
Terrifying.
It appears as though we'll be finding more than these black slimes down here. Something that may have gone missed before.
Even though it's a hostile, mindless monster, I can't help but feel pity for it.
I mean, I don't feel pity for it. But I am curious if whatever did that to it is friend or foe.
I wanted that too.
Make the assumption that it is foe.
that'll be wise.
Yeah, I tend to do that with most people I don't know. You're gonna slightly glare at you, Craig.
Well, shall we proceed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that
Follow
shocking
your
discovery aside, you may boldly march forward. You can move your tokens as you please, and I'll adjust the darkness.
Hey, could you open the map again? I closed it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Also, how far away was the slapping sound?
Good distance, actually.
All right. Graham will, keep an ear out for any other weirdly thick sounds.
Extra thick.
Dense. Very dense.
The sound. He's listening for the sound of death pudding.
Pudding. I love it.
I love never finding something named pudding.
I love the reference to the Tuesday game there, Danny. Also, it was my greatest influence ever.
Still being active to this day. Anyway,
Is Risforn still here?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
I'm here.
Because we're moving.
So your wrist form. Does this ice capture your attention at all?
Yeah, you'd probably scan over it with the, see exactly how it happened and whether he needs to worry about more idiocy or Gregory, I guess is what they're calling it.
Alright. Give me an Arcana check. Looking over at this and expecting Gregory, you are briefly stunned because this is... Wait a minute. This is beautiful. What is this? This seems to be a customized spell. A customized, slow freezing ice spell specifically targeting only this. It won't harm anything else that comes into contact with it. It was made specifically for these.
Risforn is going to be very intrigued by this, turning and focusing, basically like reading the magic to see how it was done and how he might replicate it.
Ooh, replication.
Take a while because there is a lot to the spell. However, you can see one thing in particular that very much catches your interest when you're observing this magic. As it is still active, it seems to constantly be checking its target that it struck for life. Upon detecting life, it continues to be active.
So basically, this spell keeps the... It just freezes the pudding until it eventually dies. Can I work out how to actually cast it myself?
That would take quite a bit of effort, actually, because you are watching the live spell rather than the instructions.
Yeah, but that's also Risforn's character, where unless somebody pulled him away, he would absolutely get left behind.
Graham will push Risforn forward and be like, yes, the never-ending ice is very interesting, but we have other things to do at the moment.
No, this can help us.
Can you replicate it within the next, I don't know, couple minutes?
I will try.
Graham will sigh. Okay, fine then.
And that's exactly what he's
I'll-
going to do.
I'll stay with Respawn just to make sure nothing sneaks us
We,
something.
we are not separating in death slime territory.
Okay. I was just saying in case we do. Yeah.
All right.
Also, we should probably pay more attention to the ceiling. Because
Is a
that thing
good
could have been
idea.
ambushing us. If it wasn't, freezing to death.
Question is, do you get credit for this kill?
I'm pretty sure we can't.
Sorry, what did you ask?
I mean,
You could
technically,
claim
they
credit.
can't really verify our kills either way.
They're gonna be walking through here and lighting sconces. I'm pretty sure
fair.
they'll notice something's amiss when they notice this one is in basically Winterland.
Yes, but it will not let up until this thing is dead. So it is going to die.
I suppose we could technically kill still it because it is technically still alive.
It
So
is
if we
not completely
finished it,
encased yet, as some of the black pudding is dripping out.
No, do not yet. I must figure this out.
okay.
If that thing is reacting to the lime being alive, then killing it will probably stop the spell. So it is best you don't mess with it.
My only curiosity is if we rip off a hunk of the ice and huck it at another slime, will that slime start to freeze?
That's a good question. First, you have to get a piece.
How high up is the slime?
Do not touch it!
15 feet.
I'm not yet. But we are going to set a time limit for how long you have to.
Well, Risforn is already kind of just ignoring everybody else and focusing on entirely on it.
Go for the eyes!
Graham will look at everyone else and be like, "Okay, what time limit are we gonna set on this?"
You might want to take out some pencil and paper, Wristform. It may be good to be taking notes of this spellcraft.
Oh, of course, he will.
Very good. Now, roll me another Arcana check. You're getting a good view of it, but
Respawn has just gone into his own little world. I don't think anything we do is going to stop him.
We will drag him away if need be, but we cannot spend. God knows how long it's going to take him to understand. Graham will use his Eldritch Sight. Some horribly complicated spell.
Oh, this is beautiful. It's magnificent. It is glorious.
Okay,
He's looking at it and jotting down notes over and over.
Graham will be
he's
like,
Alright.
you have 20 minutes or until it's completely dead.
well, in that case, roll it 2 more times. You have a nice amount of time to sit and admire this.
Element says, "I never seen a Respawn sawing grows in something."
Well, your first set of notes are just admiration, as there is finally someone else left in this world who appreciates good spellcrafting. For goodness sake, finally, a possible peer. The next set of notes are you realizing, yes, I'm under a time limit here.
There is an influence for advantage.
I'll allow it. There we go. After spending an amount of time admiring it and how the spell seems to be reapplying itself, with the caster no longer present, you finally start getting into the spell, digging deep into it. There is quite a lot to the spell.
He
And
is
there are certainly a
copying.
number of unique aspects to this, such as how specific the spell was, and you discover the secret behind it. This is a single target spell that, upon it seems to have been a projectile, and upon meeting a target, designated that target, and only that target. So, potentially, if the spell had missed, it would have targeted the stone and started freezing over the stone until it realized that there was no life and canceled itself. This is specifically an anti-life spell, it seems like.
Okay, and he's gonna keep examining it and researching it, making
the
sure
ominous-
to get all of the notes he possibly can on it.
The ominous
You're-
music was the ominous music was perfect when you describe it as an anti-life spell.
Indeed, I like that timing.
Graham is gonna look over his Rispforn's notes and see if he sees anything of any particular note.
Real quick, what level are we overall right now?
7?
Okay.
7.
Dusty,
Yes.
just because I don't have I have not gotten around to setting it up. I was originally leveling into Mystic, which is a homebrew thing that's kind of complicated, and I kind of don't want to do that anymore. I'd like to just move those levels over to Wizard, which was my original plan before I discovered Mystic. If that's okay?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to run that by you real fast. Anyways.
Yeah, no mistake.
Dusty, do you have the influence I sent you?
Check again. Well, sure, all about that. While you're studying the spell, something hops out of the water. It is small, green, rotund, and very shiny. It is a small slime creature with a collar that seems to be just sort of be around its outermost layer of slime. And it has a name tag at the side. Upon realizing that you cannot see the tag, it shifts around and shows you the tag is named Lava Lamp.
That's interesting.
Is this a planned pet of somebody? I mean, pudding?
Well, no, its name is Lava Lamp, according to the tag.
Lava lamp.
It wiggles expectantly, but what it wants you do not know.
Could you describe the thing one more time?
It is green, shiny, and very rotund. small.
I'm guessing it kind of looks like a lava lamp.
Mhm.
Well, not exactly. It's more rounded like a bread bun, but it does have a different colored slime just like floating around aimlessly inside it, occasionally merging and then splitting off again.
So this is a slime.
Yes, this is a slime.
It seems friendly.
That is not a black slime.
It is not. It is very green.
They
It has a collar? Question mark.
They didn't tell us in the report about the about green slime seers. Also, it has a tag on it. Is this somebody's pet? Enemy is going
It jumped out of the water. Also,
enemy is going
The
to approach.
sewer water, mind you.
Enemy is going to. Enemy is going to approach enemy is going to approach lava lamp.
Jumping out of the sewer water may put into perspective what is floating around inside it.
Graham prestidigitates lava lamp clean. There you go, little guy.
The internal goop vanishes, and yet somehow he seems sad. He looks back in the water and seems to be contemplating trying to get more. Roll insight.
I didn't realize the goop was sewer water.
Maybe not sewer water, but some form of melted debris. It seems that he was collecting this intentionally.
Graham was like, sorry.
He looks back at you and bounces. You're not sure what this means.
Would a rolling anime handling give me some insight of what it wants?
Perhaps.
Okay, let me try that. No.
Nope. It's cute, question mark?
What does Graham figure out about it?
You have the impression that maybe it was trying to show off. like a puppy that wants attention and knows a single trick. Only you took the ball away.
Oh, Graham feels bad and pats the slime, hoping it doesn't burn his hands.
No, this is fun actually. It's squishy actually. You can push your hand pretty hard into this thing and it'll just like mold around it like a beanbag. The outermost layer seems to be like a skin of some kind. Or a membrane, to be exact. Pulling into question that this thing could potentially pop.
True. Anyways, how much at what point, like how long does Ristforn have before whenever lava lamp pops out left?
He's probably got 3 more minutes, but he is intensively studying the spell and drafting notes that even seem confusing to him. Like, he's writing what he sees, even if he doesn't fully understand it. And sometimes, being an active spell, these instructions seem to overlap. But he'll figure it out later. He has to record everything for future use.
Everything.
this could be potentially a long-lasting, damage over time, non-concentration spell
That will kill anything it accidentally hits.
It will kill the
It will-
first living thing it encounters, yes.
I thought it was focused only on the on the puddings.
With that 25, you discovered the true nature of that. How
Oh.
it designates the target it hits as its specific target, and
Yeah, you said it was
constantly checks it for life.
like a projectile.
Yes. It is a marking spell, sort of.
Yeah, he's
Like
gonna...
how your hunter's mark, when you hit something with a hunter's mark, does more damage. This thing seems to have similar construction to that.
He's gonna make lots of notes and figure it out how to actually cast it himself. Probably figure that out later, though.
With my 15, do I get that this is an anti-life spell from his notes?
You reading the notes are starting to realize that this is something like a curse, actually.
I would
Oh,
like
no.
to point out, it is specified that one mage cannot read another mage's notes and understand them.
Oh, I see.
Okay, well, would I have? Well, if I rolled that Arcana while looking at the actual magic, would I
You-
get that?
You get the impression that this is not unlike your Hexblade's curse, because this spell is fueled by the pudding.
Oh, that's horrifying. Graham will be like, "Are you sure you want to learn that? That seems kind of like my magic."
I must understand it. I must understand everything.
That thing's a curse. Probably a very terrible one. I don't mean terrible as in like terrible in its effectiveness. I mean terrible as in what it does to things.
Cray, would you like to observe this magic? Cray?
Moriarty, you're muted.
Yep. Sorry. What's up?
Asked if you would like to observe. If you would have observed the spell?
Especially after, Risforn has looked at this magic like it's something beautiful, and then Grandma's basically like, this thing is terrible.
I'm not a spellcaster. I wouldn't care.
Very well.
Grandma is kind of wondering what to do about lava lamp. What would I roll to determine what the hell it is? Like, actually is?
Nature?
Don't got any pluses to that, so let's see. Roll well!
Ooh.
Mostly just trying to determine whether it's harmless or potentially dangerous.
This seems so amazingly pet-like. This is absolutely someone's pet.
What is?
Do you think maybe the person who cast that ice spell lost their pet?
Maybe the person is a slime hunter and he hunts and he hunts bad slimes.
Graham is gonna look at the slime's tags and see if there's like anything else other than the name on it.
Unfortunately, there is not. However, You briefly lift it, having confirmed that it is not acidic or harmful to the touch.
My hamster is
It
getting
is
antsy.
very
If we be
light,
adventurers,
actually.
let us adventure.
It's like as heavy as a piece of pumice.
Well, not wanting to leave some poor abandoned pet, he will be like, okay, you can come with us.
Seems happy, maybe? It's bouncing more. And then something else comes down. You
I'm
hear
sure it
yelling in the distance as a ball bounces down the stairs from where you came in.
Why is there a ball bouncing down the stairs?
The stairs from
Cray, give me a reflex save. Or a dexterity save.
the stairs from we came in that the guards were guarding.
Yes,
Uh,
that one.
That's why there was yelling. Also, why do we need to lock the door if there's guards at the door?
I have dexterity.
Does it even
save.
lock from the
Yes, you
inside?
do. This ball of wax comes at you. This slightly deformed ball of wax at this point, and you just swat it. Like, doesn't matter what it was, like, you just saw it coming. There was this ball of wax had no chance, and it deflects into lava lamp. And just Graham, you watch as the membrane is pierced by this ball of wax with a splat. And thankfully, lava lamp seems okay, if startled, as there's now a ball of soft material floating inside him.
Well,
Do I
as
see
that
where
seems
that
to
ball of wax came from?
The stairs. The stairs you came in from.
Something must have happened to the guards.
You do hear yelling in the distance, but it's roll perception or insight.
I'll
Graham,
roll
you can have advantage if you roll perception.
Advantage if I roll perception.
Yes.
No.
Wait, what? Sorry, I used the wrong button.
Well, only Graham has it because he's a rabbit and good
Yeah,
at
because
hearing.
I have advantage on perception rolls.
Natural.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Pray, you hear the sounds of frustrated guards who are apparently not fucking interested in what you're selling. Move along, sir. And take your wax with you. And take
What?
Wax salesman.
But also, real quick question: how does the door close? Because Graham's just gonna go up and do that. Does it lock from the inside?
It is a heavy door on hinges, but it does swing outward. Well, from the stairs, it swings outwards.
Well, Graham shuts the door because they were told to do so.
Yeah.
Wax salesman.
However, it also comes into question. There was a door up with the guards also, and they haven't closed it.
Where there's two doors?
There's one. Yes, you used the key to unlock it. Then you descended down the stairs, where there's another door, and you entered the sewers properly.
Ah, okay.
Graham is gonna yell up the stairs. Shut the door.
God, Sorry, right. And there's a rumbling slam.
They're not. They're,
All right. Graham will return and be like, "Okay, time to go, Risford."
Why did I watch
Am
so long?
I satisfied with everything that I've written down?
You feel like you've gotten the most out of this that you could, seeing as how the black pudding has perished.
All right, then he will
However,
willingly. Oh,
you
go ahead.
are now observing a new situation as the spell is canceling itself, and you see as the magic dissipates piece by piece, followed by cracking as the ice comes down, splashing into the sewer water. Ah, how unfortunate. A large solid mass is now going to fall into the sewer water.
He'll jot down the notes that he has. I believe this would all be in the spell book he has, which is magically enchanted, so it cannot be damaged by basically anything.
Oh no. It will survive this. You're just going to be unfortunately bathed in the contents of the sewer briefly.
Risforn's not that worried about that. Just not in
Indeed.
his character. He is hyper focused on that spell and jotting down everything.
You got a
notes get
lot
wet.
of good notes.
They get wet.
Everyone else, give me a reflex save to try to dive out of the way.
Graham will try to dodge out of it because he doesn't want to have to
Oh, I'm sorry. An
clean himself
acrobatic
with
or
with
dexterity save.
prestidigitation.
What's the roll again?
Acrobatics or straight dexterity save.
Shit.
Risforn will just
Graham-
auto fail.
Graham will prestidigitate his clothes clean and dry. Just be like, ugh.
Euphoria?
What was it?
Either a dexterity save or an acrobatics check.
I guess I move out of the way.
Yes. Thankfully, alright. I'm sorry, Graham. You're the only one who is unfortunately doused in the contents. But
Yeah.
thankfully, you did not feel any chunks.
Yeah, and also, thankfully, I have magic to clean
Yes,
immediately.
But it is still briefly, for that one moment, very unpleasant. And Snowy is very unhappy with you.
Graham
Deeply
will
unhappy with you.
Graham will also clean Snowy with prestidigitation.
Snowy seems less unhappy, but still upset that it happened in the first place.
Anyways, Graham will be like, let's move on now, please. We got things to do.
Lava Lamp seems to have fashioned the wax ball into a little heart that is now floating
Aw.
around upside down.
Graham will pat Lava Lamp.
This thing is really cute.
It is precious.
I still wonder what it's doing here, though. I can only imagine it has to do with whoever cast that spell, but I guess it could also be completely unrelated.
Possibly, but again, I would feel terrible leaving this thing in the sewer, so I see no problem with it coming with us.
I agree. Also, Moriarty is going to be right back.
Right. So, who will carry Lava Lamp and how?
Graham will. I guess Graham will carry a lava lamp and just let it ride on his backpack.
It for its like rotund little figure, it is still remarkably light. You could like hold it in your palm easily and raise it over your head with one hand. Well, hold it in your palm weight-wise. It is a rotund little blob of whatever it is. However, it also barely reaches your knees.
So it's very wide, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
But yeah,
Like-
it can ride in Graham's backpack if it wants.
Wiggles. You're not sure what this means.
Anyways, Graham will give Rishforn a pat. Okay, time's up. Let's get going, buddy.
Spell having ended and the pudding having fallen into the water, where it slowly melts. There is not much to observe anymore anyway.
Are you satisfied, Bridgeforn?
Well, even if he's not, time limit's
Yeah,
up.
I'm
We're
good.
moving on.
I'm good.
I never see you so engrossed in something before.
Yeah, all I
It's
can tell
a
you
new
is that
form of
spell is
magic.
very bad news.
No. It's going to be very useful down here.
Possibly, but also, might I remind you that it's similar to my curse. That spell, if it's anything like my curse, is literally feeding off of any life that it touches.
I think that's okay.
And if you hit the wrong person with it,
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. He's kind of looking at his notes. He's clearly not actually listening.
Wrist form. You get the feeling that even if you don't fully understand these notes, with so many notes and just the clear vision of it in your head, there is a small chance, if you tried, you might be able to cast this.
all it'll take is a little bit of Gregory.
No, he's not doing that. He knows how to cast spells properly, and that's what he will do.
Yes, you're not Chandler. You won't just keep trying until it works. You'll make sure it's right.
Exactly.
Graham will give Ristforn a little shove and be like, okay, move.
Yeah, come on, you're the second in line. You're keeping us here.
Even if you don't kill anything, Wristform, you feel quite satisfied with the trip. This was very worth it.
Yes, good. Good.
Very good.
Anyways, moving on.
Wristform, are you aware of Lava Lamp?
He would probably notice Lava Lamp for the first time as Element
Why
steps
can I
into
not
the
move
goo.
my token?
Because your token isn't set up right for some reason.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
I can't move my token beyond Graham's token. It stops me.
I don't have the map anymore.
I can move Graham's token.
Oh, now I can move it.
I just had to do it first, I guess.
Okay, you move mine to see if it breaks the glitch. I can't move beyond where Grant still
Delete,
was.
delete Graham's token.
But he can move it now. He said so.
It's
All right.
not the right type. Well, okay. Whatever you want to do, that's fine.
Or is it
Element?
not from
Is it
the
fixed now?
combat tracker?
It is from the combat tracker. I pulled everyone off the combat tracker.
I would say do it again because it doesn't have that green border around it, which means that it's not actually, for some reason, it didn't register. It's from the combat tracker.
Oh. Okay. One moment.
Also,
Delete
my,
token.
my portrait can't move beyond the space where Graham was at. I don't know why.
I'll delete yours also and try it again. Alright. Graham. Element. There.
So yeah, Risforn will blink when he realizes the slime and go over and try to pick it up.
I'm still missing the map.
Okay, my token's weird still.
That's it.
I got a blue circle around me.
I have a white circle around me.
That is from you. If you click on your token again, that'll go away.
Okay.
That just kind of lets you highlight it. Something is up with this map itself. I don't know what you did, but yeah, I can only move between there and there.
Weird. I don't understand this.
I don't know. How did you make this map?
It's I've had this map for a long time now. I don't exactly remember what I did actually.
Did you maybe try some of the Unity features?
No,
it does look like there's some kind of
I'm-
barrier there.
Oh,
A bear would explain why I can't move my token.
but why? Oh, you
Did you do
Shouldn't be a
that,
wall there.
Euphoria?
What happened?
Did
no,
you
I
your-
moved
okay.
Euphoria.
Also, Euphoria still can't see the map.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'll reshare.
It
Again.
might be one of the Unity features that's not working right. Either way, I personally I personally do not care for the, exploring and traveling around and having to move our tokens everywhere. I'd rather you just reveal it. We know our order and stuff, and we can just, you can move us when
Oh,
there's
there we go.
I
actual
see it.
combat.
Fair enough. All right. Sure. I guess I'll reveal all of the maps that it's relevant.
Yeah, just reveal it as we continue on.
All right. Someone moving Cray, or is Moriarty back?
Yeah, Moriarty is back.
Oh, goody. Ah, yes, I see. In the log, yes.
So he seems to be having the same problem.
Yeah, I've been back. I just can't move him past the thing. I'm just.
Yeah, he seems to be having the
You
same
can't?
I cannot move him past this point.
Yeah, he seems to be having the same problem I'm having. It's like there's a barrier stopping
All
us
right.
moving forward.
You're
There.
gonna have to move us.
Yeet. Oh wait, I can't move past this barrier now.
Okay.
Wait, which one? Where? What barrier?
The black line.
That's not supposed to. Hold on.
Well,
think
now I
know
can-
what that
Oh
is.
wait, I see those barriers. I think for some reason your map
There.
is segregated into different sections.
I can't move past this part here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that,
Anyways, Graham will be whenever Riskforn goes to, touch lava lamp. He'll be like, This is Lava Lamp. He was in the sewers. He's a pet of some kind.
Yeah, he just popped out of the sewer water. It's friendly. It's a friendly plan. I mean pudding. I'm just gonna go with Element keeps calling them plants even though they're called puddings.
Yeah, Graham will keep an eye and mostly an ear out in the direction of like the ceiling or the water.
Well, Risforn is just gonna carry, what's its face along with him?
Lava lamp.
Lava lamp. This is mine now.
What? You can't just take it for yourself. It's somebody else's.
This is mine now.
He desires a slime.
You don't have a problem with that, guy, do you? And he's kind of rubbing on it with a finger.
There's a small wax heart floating inside that thing. How did that get there? It's cute, though.
Yeah, Risforn's keeping it. So anyways, we're continuing on.
Yep. Another round of perception checks from everyone.
Are these hearing or...
Are you looking around visually, or are you trying to hear? State it yourself.
Yeah.
Well, Graham's listening for things because there's
I'm
other
looking.
people in front of him. He's in the middle. He's not gonna see things before other people because he's also shorter than everyone else.
You guys don't see much of anything, really. It's that same old sewer that you've been in for 20 minutes now, and Graham, you hear that sound from before, only it's quite close now.
Graham is gonna be like,
And
I hear it.
more numerous?
Oh, guys, I think the puddings are coming.
Much louder than it was.
It's also getting a lot louder.
But from where?
Should I
Actually, it. You should have seen it if it sounds this close.
Oh no, it's in the walls. Graham is like, it sounds like it should already be on top of us.
Again,
Are the plants inside the wall?
I don't know.
no, Graham. Repeat that statement. Repeat.
The flans might be in the wall.
No, before that.
I don't remember what that statement was. Oh, that they should be. It kind of sounds like they should be on top of us already.
That.
Was that it?
Yes, that's the phrase I was looking for. Roll insight very fast.
Insight?
It's in the water, isn't it? It's in the water or the walls.
Graham, it dawns on you that that ice spell did not put that first black pudding on the ceiling.
What?
It dawns on you that a singular magic projectile probably did not put the black pudding on the ceiling.
Yes,
The
that's why
black
Graham was.
pudding was there beforehand.
Yes, Graham already mentioned that, and that's why he was keeping an ear out for like mostly listening directly above for
Yeah.
noises up there.
Sounds
Okay.
like your ears are correct.
Okay, Graham will point up. Look up.
Gracias. Y también tengo una ensalada ahí. Que yo dejé de mi almuerzo.
Looking up, you do see a black pudding. In fact, there's one in front of you, and there's one behind you.
Graham will point those out.
And they seem to be trying to crawl forward, if very spread out, but something is keeping them fixed to the ceiling. Some odd, like, smoky rope things that are around them, keeping them flat and wide as they are pulling themselves across the ceiling.
Graham is going to use Eldritch Sight on that. Thank you.
Tell me what Eldritch Sight does.
It's basically detect magic.
That's hella magic they're using.
Is this of the same caliber as the ice spell?
No. No, it is not.
Okay. Roll Arcana to figure out what they're doing. Or try to.
Well, they seem to be trying to get the drop on you, quite literally. But they're not above you just yet.
Alright. One Eldritch Blast for each, then.
Alright, roll it in... Just roll it in the box. The DC for this is quite low, as they are wide targets at the moment.
Alright. Roll attack.
For one moment, I thought that was a 1. Ooh.
Critical hit. I'll put them on the combat tracker, and you can blast. And you can blast one twice, and
I'm
you
gonna
can
blast.
divide
I'm gonna
those
blast each one once.
Yep, you can divide how you want those attacks done.
Yeah, because I
Now,
don't get another one till the 11th
If it's a
level.
critical hit, don't forget to
clear the crit.
Clear the crit.
Since they're not actually on the map, I couldn't roll on them, so it's basically cleared.
Yeah, hold on.
Still
Now, how do
roll
I-
to clear it, please.
Okay.
All right.
I'm on the map.
The card. Surge of Power, maximum damage, and you can immediately cast the same spell against any target within range, expending a spell slot as normal. But since there's no spell slots here, that means you just get to cast Eldritch Blast again.
Sweet.
And the first one would do the flat 10, is it? Or do you have the bonus?
13 because of the bonus.
I just imagine Grant.
So the one that attack that wasn't a critical only does 4. The one does 13, and now I'm gonna roll another blast because they're each getting another one.
Yep. So, yep, you can roll it on them now.
Oh, that's right. I'll do that.
Those both hit.
Well, I'm gonna
do the max. You up in the upper right, you've got the modifiers, the +/- button. Click max in there, and then roll the damage on one of them for the one that you crit on.
All right.
So does the first attack go top or bottom?
The critical one will. The first attack would be at the one in front of us, and the second one would be at the one at the back.
Right.
So there's that. Do you want me just to re-roll the damage now that they're on the tracker?
It's fine, I can do that.
Alright.
Let's see.
Um,
A solid smacking, though.
so then I can roll. Wait. Okay, yeah, the max thing went away. So another damage roll on each one of them. Wah. Wah.
Very good. Very good.
Graham finger guns them to death. I'm just joking.
Splat, splat. They seem very unhappy with you. And they warble. Wait.
We don't seem to have an initiative.
Yes, everyone roll initiative. Now that Graham's surprise attack is over. He got the drop on them, in fact. Alright, Graham, you're first.
Well, since they're still at a distance, I know this might come as a surprise to some people, but Eldritch Blast.
Can't believe you would do this.
Except I'm going to have them both hit the one in the back, since I'm pretty sure Risford and the Cleric will have a much easier time against the one in front than Element will have against the one in the back.
These things are weak to fire, right?
Yes.
Unknown.
They don't like light.
Do seem to have that strange smoke around them.
Alright, so that's my turn. So, oh yeah, pass. There we go. Complete turn.
Is divine magic considered light, or is that a different kind of damage?
It's
That's
a different.
radiant.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's a different thing.
I don't think it's letting me pass the turn.
So
Not?
I'm hitting complete turn and it's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Turn order didn't start. Interesting. Element, your turn.
So one more time, radiant damage and light damage are different, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, radiant damage is light damage, but divine, like holy, or divine damage is different than radiant damage.
Oh, it's because my device might actually does radiant damage.
Yeah.
Oh. Weird. I don't know what. Oh well. I am going to approach the slime and hit it with a low sword empowered by device might. Let me see.
Very good.
Are they still on the ceiling, or did they drop
Nope,
down
they
whenever I
dropped
shot
down.
them?
They are
That's
down.
good. Thank God. That was why I shot both of them.
Yes. However, fun fact, the pudding can squeeze through any small gap as narrow as 1 inch.
So they can pretty much just come out of literal cracks in the wall.
Yes, they can. That hits. However, as your weapon slices into the creature, a bit of gunk is sliced off of it and comes into contact with you. Not doing anything not doing terribly much to your armor, but it stings, Element. Take 1d8 of acid damage.
1d8. Do I just roll like this? How do I roll damage into myself?
I'll just roll a d8 and you add the damage. Oh, sorry. How do I reveal my rolls? Take 2 acid damage. I'll just say that.
Okay. That wasn't too bad.
And now you can hit this. Now you can actually roll your. Now you can roll your damage on the pudding.
Yep.
Yes. Actually, what's the damage on the longsword? Because I don't have it right here.
See if it's d8 plus your strength. Unless
Unless
you're
you're
two-handing it, in which case it's a d10.
Yeah.
Oh, so is 1d8 one-handed?
Yes.
And it's a +1. I forget if that does +1s in 5th edition increase your attack rolls.
I don't know, actually, how they work in this game. Wrist form? Do they add to the damage or just your chance to hit?
+1s add to both damage and to hit. It's a +1.
Alright.
In fact, it should automatically apply.
It's weird. It's weird that it's not there.
Click on the magnifying glass next to it on your actions tab. And you should see a bonus field.
Bonus? It's empty.
Okay, just type in 1 in both that for attack and damage. And make sure your proficiency modifier, the proficiency star, is yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, Dusty, would you release his character sheet to me, please?
Alright.
It
Just a
apparently
moment,
was added
gentlemen.
as a spell instead?
What?
That's what typically happens with the type untyped and stuff. So just release the sheet and I will fix it. Did it actually apply the damage, or will I need to roll it?
I haven't rolled it, so...
Oh, okay, I see what happened here.
Ah,
Okay. Okay, so that's set up right at least. +1. What is a long sword? I think it's a 1d8?
1d8 one-handed, 1d10 two-handed.
And
Are
I'm
you-
just in one hand.
You're just gonna do
He's
one hand?
one-handing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be slashing, magic, -1. And that was to 3? Alright. There you go. You can release it back to him.
You got it.
Okay, and now... Whatchamacallit? I roll for the radiant, for the extra radiant damage. How do I... How do I
Hold on.
count for...
I'll do that real fast.
How do I account for super effective damage?
Now, First off, that will automatically apply if it is applicable. Or Dusty will take care of it. Now,
Yes.
I'm assuming you're doing Divine Smite?
Yes.
Alright. Damage, Divine Smite, if I remember, it's 1d8, yes.
Yeah. And under your spell, whenever you hit the little magnifying glass, there should be like an effect thing. You should just be able to drag that onto yourself, and it should automatically apply that damage.
Not for
when you,
Divine Smite.
Not for the
really?
He'll have to
it's
roll
like-
that separate. So
it's just-
I have
it's just like-
added the damage to Divine Smite. You just click and drag from that. Dusty, you can release it back to him.
Alright.
You just click and drag and then right click for however many of those you're using. By default, I believe it is just one. So keep that in mind.
I'm waiting for my character to get back to me.
Take your character back. It's the owner's clear.
Oh. There we go. Where did you add the divine smite damage? Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, the extra damage is 2d8. I guess I'll just roll 2 dice.
Yeah, just right click to roll it again. Or to add a second die.
Having been subjected to slashing damage, something happens to the black pudding. How do I make a token smaller? Or is that a thing I can do?
Actually, if you're going by the base rules, you might want to read over that ability again. I believe that magic prevents that.
If it is subjected to lightning or slashing damage. If it has at least 10 hit points.
Okay, I might be remembering wrong. In that
It may be an
case,
older version.
you hold down control on top of the icon and it'll shrink. You hold down control and mouse wheel on top of it.
Alright. As something happens to this pudding, and it is divided.
It divided?
Yes, it did.
The one big pudding became 2 medium puddings.
Where did it go? Where did the new one go? What is this? Put it on the map. Where is it?
Did you reveal it?
I did. Okay. Guess I'll remove it. Because
Dusty, for the record, Risborn has read book titled Bestiary of Miraleth. Would that include the knowledge of how these things work?
I don't see why not.
Alright. So then, Risforn would know not to use his primary types of attacks, being lightning.
There. And this takes more. Pudding splits in two. Will you take another action element?
Oh no.
I don't think he can.
Oh, he doesn't have extra attack?
Oh wait, no. I do have
Yeah,
double
I
attack.
was gonna say.
Oh well, I already passed my turn.
You can take it back. You can. I will allow that.
Okay, yeah, let me do that. Sorry.
It's not like anything else, like anyone has done any part of their turn. So yeah, say it's perfectly acceptable.
Okay, so I'm going to. Oh wait.
Hits.
And now I'm done.
No more radiance?
No.
Okay.
I believe he can only use that once per turn.
I see.
Yes, because it takes his bonus action to use Divine Smite.
Ah, I see.
I'm
It
not
is
sure
now
about that, but maybe.
It is now the new pudding's turn. And it will try... Wait, hold on. You slashed again, so take 4 acid damage elements.
Okay, it is not a bonus action, and it can be used more than once per round.
Yeah, I was a
Divine
little
Smite.
confused by that because I played a paladin.
I have two, but
It
it's
just takes
been a little
spell
while.
slots.
I guess it's like my smites that take the bonus action then.
Not
Hey.
paladin.
Okay, good to know.
No, but again, I was just going off of like what I knew based off of my smites. So
Yes.
Your smites are actual spells, whereas Divine Smite is a spell-like ability. It has
Also,
no
you can roll the
components
damage
aside.
onto them on the map or on the combat tracker element.
Yeah.
Anyway, apply the damage. It's the pudding's turn. And it is going to attack you.
Just look at the bright side, Element. All this acid will burn away the infection.
And it missed. Thankfully. I don't believe they have multi-attack. But let me check. They do not. So it has wasted its turn. Next, Euphoria.
All right. Let's see here.
Attacking them in melee range seems to make them flashy, from what you've seen.
Okay. I'll cast Sacred Flame on the pudding in front of me.
Alright. Go ahead. It has failed.
Okay. Then it'll take 2d8 radiant damage.
Right. Would you like to roll that, or shall I?
You can go ahead and roll it.
Alright. He takes 8.
Okay.
It sizzles and pops under the radiant damage and seems perturbed. However, something seems to have happened now that 2 of them have been struck with the radiant damage. As the radiant damage that was applied before bursts forth from the stone beneath them, beaming into a column that seems to skewer the both of them, erupting in a rather violent fashion from the top. A light from directly beneath them. They will take I was hoping for more. They take quite the amount of damage though.
Ooh.
Because those were D10s. Because those perhaps a Brightwall security measure that was left over.
Wow. All right.
However, these sewer systems seem very responsive to radiant magic.
Okay then.
However, not just one bit of radiant damage. It seems to require a stack. Or 2 instances of radiant damage. Is that your turn?
I still got a bonus action.
Go on.
Let's see. Where is it? I will go and cast Spiritual Weapon.
That's a bonus action?
Yes, sir.
Damn, clerics be broke.
What was your first spell, though?
A cantrip.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see. As a bonus action on your turn, you can, let's see, create a weapon. Yeah. So I'll make a hammer 20 feet away from. I can make it as far as range on 60 feet. Oh, I'll just put it in next to the pudding in front of me.
All right.
Then when you cast a spell, I can make a melee spell attack against the creature that's right next to it.
Melee spell attack is an attack in melee range that is a spell. Alright. Does your spiritual weapon have health points, or is it otherwise intangible?
It's intangible as far as I can tell.
Very well. That will hit.
Okay, that should do. Oh, here it is. $12 damage.
Alright. There's another splash, but seeing as how you are not the one who attacked in melee, you are not harmed by the acid.
Alright, that's it for me.
It's the next pudding's turn. The one in the water this time. It is also going to try to attack Element. Oh dear. I think a 23 hits, doesn't it, Element?
Yes.
Alright.
My AC is 19, so yeah.
Alright. You take 30 damage.
Ugh.
5 bludgeoning and 25 acid damage.
Ugh, Lord.
As your mithril armor is partially dissolved and takes a permanent -1 AC until it's repaired. However, that will be its turn.
Alright, so I do need to ask what the lighting is in these tunnels.
Well, very dark, actually, apart from the light sources you brought and that brief shining ray of light that came from directly under them.
Okay, perfect. So Cray is gonna move over here then.
Do you have something that lets you move through enemy squares?
I believe he
Alright.
does.
I do indeed.
Okay.
In fact, Graham, depending on how much attention you're paying to Cray at that moment, you'll probably just see him kind of just fade away for a second, as though almost sinking into the wall. And when he comes back out, and I will state, because I was looking through my abilities to see if there's something I could do. I should state at 6th level, apparently, all unarmed strikes count as magical for me. So I should be able to strike these without having to worry about the dissolving stuff.
I mean, you're still punching into literal acid.
Yes, but I'm punching with magic fists now, instead of actually just punching it. So, for the purposes of that, I can actually read very specifically. Starting at 6th level, your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage.
Yes.
So assuming this acid is not magical in and of its own self, it won't damage me.
That means things that are immune to attacks from non-magical weapons, I believe. You can strike and damage with your
Yeah,
fist.
no, that's correct.
So
You
does that,
yourself are not immune to that.
I can't like I'm not like a +1 sword where I mean I assume if it attacked me I would still take damage, but I'm saying my attack will not damage me. Is that correct?
The pudding has an automatic counter due to its body being acidic when attacked in melee range, that those who attack it take 1d8 of acid damage.
Is there a dexterity saving throw for that?
There is not, because you are very much either you are getting into it and its body is being displaced onto you.
Let me see.
You're gonna have to suck it up, Cray. Go for the punches. Go for the punches.
I will say you have a very good chance of killing it, though. It's not looking good. It's looking very poor.
Yeah, Graham blast the shit out of that thing.
Oh yeah, I can probably kill both of them because I can attack 3 times.
Don't get ahead of ourselves. Unless you do more damage than I think you do.
I do I did a little bit of damage, a decent bit, because of my monk stuff.
You're gonna flurry of blows.
I don't even necessarily. I could do that.
I recommend caution, Gray. I recommend. Then again, you have a decent amount of health, and it could roll low.
Prove your worth to Graham. Be a man.
I'm
may
going
need
to
a
do
further
it. I'm
treatment
just trying
after
to
this.
figure out what things I have here in regards to what I can do in this situation.
You can punch them like a real man. To hell with the consequences.
Unfortunately, I can't do Flurry of Blows because that counts as a bonus action, and Shadow Step itself is a bonus action. Unless I'm allowed 2 bonus actions if I don't take a move action?
No.
I don't know how that works.
No.
Okay. Then yeah, I can only make 3 attacks then. And the first attack I make after doing Shadow Step has advantage.
That's crazy having 3 attack actions.
Well, it's basically for 1 attack action, I can do 2 strikes, and then I can take another attack after my attack action for some reason. But yeah, so first one, advantage.
Because he's a very special kind of monk.
Not really a very special kind of. I'm a basic monk.
Well, yes. A normal monk subclass, but...
Yes. I can't... Which one is the one that's directly in front of me that's orange? Is that putting 33? Or is that putting 7?
Putting
Just
5.
roll it onto the token if you don't know which one's which on the tracker.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want... Because it's not highlighting it. Okay, I guess it's fine. Wow.
That hits, though.
But wow, with advantage, I rolled 2 4s.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Well, there's damage done to it.
It's
Alright.
just the universe saying it also doesn't like Cray.
Also, can you check your monk class again? I'm pretty sure your martial arts die at this point should be like a D6, shouldn't it?
It says you can roll a D4 in place of normal damage or your unarmed strike or monk weapon.
Yes.
Yes, but
however,
that,
that upgrades as you level up as a monk
Does it?
during certain milestones.
The die for your attacks do go up. We are level 7. Are you pure monk?
I'm
He is
pure
pure
monk.
monk.
And then you are at 1d6 now.
Okay, I don't know where I'm. It never stated that anywhere when I was
It's
looking through everything.
on the table. Martial arts.
It's
don't know
not
what
The
table.
very
table that
specific.
has your proficiency bonus, key points, unarmed or movement, etc.
What?
The monk class table.
Go to the library, then the like handbook. Go to monk, and you'll see it on the table.
We got the monk class
Tables.
table. Oh, martial arts. There it is. Okay, so yeah,
Mm.
5th level. It's a D6.
Table.
It's gonna be a D8 at the level 11. Cool. All right. Cool.
Tables.
Oh, and my unarmored movement is currently plus 15.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Check periodically for changes because monks upgrade themselves in non-standard ways.
Because they can't upgrade other ways.
Yeah, they really can't.
You also have 7 key points. I'll also point that out.
Yep, I do indeed.
I just don't think he can use any of them because he doesn't have his bonus action.
Yeah, I think they'll require a bonus action. So.
Well, your flurry of blows takes a key point.
Yeah, but it requires a bonus action. Well, I know
Yes.
that hits.
Yes.
Oh, I should re-roll the previous damage, shouldn't I? Could you take that 6 off?
Okay.
I'll just re-roll damage now. Well, can I keep the 6?
Too late. You already asked. However, how many times have you struck it now?
Twice.
All right. And you're going for a third.
Yep. Oh, that hits.
Of course it hits. All right. With your feathered fists plunged in acid, you burn in an unpleasant fashion. As, yes, these things corrode stone. Take 12 acid damage.
On the positive note, your arms have never been more hairless.
Featherless. But yes.
But they are basically like big old talons, so.
Yes. This isn't unlike a manicure. Or an extreme loofah. The dead skin is certainly gone.
Are you
Along with
going
some
to
other
be
skin.
applying that damage, or?
Do it.
I assumed it would have just gone rolled on me and automatically applied, but I can see I have absolutely no wounds in the combat tracker.
There. Okay, I rolled the 3d8 in the chat and then applied it.
Hmm.
Since it's not really a slime attack.
Fair enough. And Pester.
How the hell does Graham have the highest max HP?
It's a mystery. Wrist form, go!
Well, to be fair, enemy is still under the the effect of the infection, so I lose one fourth of my max HP.
It looks like you're
All right.
missing 9 HP.
Oh,
What is your constitution score, Graham?
+3.
Remember, Element has an HP penalty at the moment, but it is making progress towards being cured.
Okay, in that case,
I believe he's been rolling for his health also, right?
No, I've just been dragging the little
I
thing
don't
onto
know
my.
how, but your health should only be 58, but it is still accurate otherwise.
Interesting.
I guess we all just have low con scores. Anyways, for Rizforn's turn.
Yeah, my con is relatively small for a paladin.
Mine's a +3.
Mine's a +1.
Euphoria can't really get to Elemin, and he is not doing well. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Elemin, you heal for that much damage.
What did you just do?
I cast Life Transference.
Oh.
I sacrifice some of my health to mend another creature's injuries. You take 4d8 necrotic damage, which cannot be reduced in any way, and one creature of your choice that you can see within range regains number of hit points equal to twice the necrotic damage you take. Oh, okay, so never mind. Not that much. You regain twice that. So I guess you're back to full health.
Like full health.
Oh, yeah.
It just, cost me a lot of damage.
Lot
But
of damage.
yeah, Rizforn basically kind of just, pulls out small knife, stabs it into himself, and suddenly the blood kind of just flows back into Elemin.
Mm.
And
And
that's it for
Rizforn gets
Rizforn's
some
turn.
Graham respect for that move.
Elemin doesn't know how to feel about this.
Yeah. So that's it for Rizforn's turn.
I mean, just because it's necrotic doesn't necessarily mean the spell was evil, so I don't think Element should necessarily have a problem with it.
I mean, I could see him having issues with the fact that I hurt myself to heal him, but
Yeah, a little bit, maybe.
basically, that spell, I can be healed, but, it's a matter of our healer is on the other side of me from Elemin and a long ways from Elemin, so, well, relatively long ways. So, yeah, it's just the best tactical move there.
Especially since you're not in any immediate danger.
Well, not only that, but I literally cut the amount of healing we're gonna need, period, in half.
True.
So it does have that bonus going for it.
Indeed.
Although, even if it didn't double it, you would have fully healed Element.
No, Elemin had already reduced his wounds by it before I realized it was actually double.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It basically put the exact number to heal me at max. Because I had 36. I had 36 damage.
The last pudding.
Isn't there a weapon between that pudding and Euphoria?
Oh, it's a spirit weapon.
Yeah.
Would that count though?
Isn't it immaterial?
Doesn't the
Let me
spirit
see.
weapon
It
go
would.
on?
It would at least get an attack of opportunity, I believe. With
It's
the
not
pudding
exited
moving
its
through.
attack range though. It is inside the pudding's box.
Yeah, that's true. It has to exit it. I remember that one.
Okay.
Hey, I accidentally closed the map. Could you open it again for me, please? Sorry.
Hey,
Shame on you, Element. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Forgive me.
You're the paladin. You're supposed to set an example for us.
You were the chosen one!
You guys are fun.
Anyway, the ooze slops forward towards Euphoria. And reaches forward to try to smack her with its form. And misses horrendously. It was almost a critical fail. However, raise your shield and stand against it. Graham, go!
Well, the two mini ones need to die because Cray and Element are killing themselves on them. So, we're gonna Eldritch Blast them. Because anything else using on them would be almost a waste. Alright. And I'll see if I kill this one first before I roll. Decide where I want my second one to hit. It's still alive, isn't it? Alright. Well then, I shall attack it again, because at least one of them needs to die. Yes! Also, Graham's gonna summon his shadow weapon and kick it over to Element, and it's gonna be a mace or something. But here, use this. Stop hurting yourself.
The pudding you lay into flattens and collapses into an acidic pile and starts slowly eating into the floor.
Actually, Graham can make it a spear and throw it at, and slide it over to Element. So yeah, Element, if you pick it up, you can have a spear.
Can I
And
pick it up? Can I pick it up outside my turn?
I don't believe you can, but it is your turn now, so.
Okay. Element is gonna look down at the weapon Graham summoned for him and going to pick it up. So I guess I gotta add that to my damage stuff.
It's a spear, so just roll your normal spear.
Okay.
Because you're not me, so you don't get any of the bonuses I get from using it.
Fair. Which one is the one that died?
The one directly in front of you.
Okay, so
The one in the water is the one that's still alive.
God.
Oh,
missed.
jeez.
However, you do not take the retaliation damage.
I missed.
Not
I missed.
connect.
Okay.
Wait a
But-
minute, hold on, let me check something. You might... No, it has an armor class of 7. You still hit.
Oh my god.
Okay then.
That moment
I
when
re-
you
I-
literally have to crit fail.
I remember that it was, in fact, staggeringly little damage. Alright. It's wobbling. It looks ready to die. However, are you going for the smite or the second swing?
Nope. Second swing.
Don't nat 1.
Wow.
Oh,
I threw
both
it-
ends of the spectrum I see. Almost a critical fail, Almost a critical.
If
Hit
it,
it.
if,
Hit
if,
it. Just
if it-
puff on it gently.
if this thing isn't a fight, I'd be severely disappointed. Ah,
It sputters under you. It sputters under the strikes and evaporates into the water. However, you have struck it twice in melee range and take 9 points of acid damage.
Oh, you should have moved back. Spears have reach, don't they?
I think they can be thrown.
Ah.
yeah, I could have moved back and throw it as throw it. My bad. Although I don't think I could have done that twice.
No, you could not have.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of. Oh, you have a shield. That's why you're using things one-handedly.
Mm-hmm.
Graham might change the weapon into something that has reach and be like, your shield is not being used, right?
Okay, so I haven't moved, so I can still move, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move right here, and now pass my turn.
That pudding is dead.
Dead flan.
All I can think of is the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode. Flan, fussy flan.
It is perished, so I will remove it.
Euphoria.
Whoops, my bad.
Also, we might need to get you like a token or something for your spiritual weapon if you're gonna use it a lot, so we can keep track of where the hell it is.
That
That's-
is true, because it's my only bonus action thing I have. And so it's really easy to just use a lot.
Dude.
Alright, let me see. Who needed healing? Just Wristforn? Everybody else okay? Let me see.
There is still the last pudding.
Yes. And these things have a lot of health, so yeah,
They
might
have
want
been
to focus
chunked
on
out.
its murder
I don't-
first.
Yeah, and then it has to go through me, and so everybody else should be alright. Okay, let me see.
Oh, what you doing, Euphoria?
I was checking what type of stuff I actually have that does damage, because I have a lot of utility and healing, but I was checking what actually
Well, your
does
spiritual.
damage.
Well, if nothing else, your spiritual weapon should be able to attack this turn because I think it shares its
Oh, yeah,
turn
yeah.
with you. So
Yeah, that one's just still a bonus thing. Oh, here we go. Guiding Bolt. Let's see. So make a range spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 46 radiant damage. Okay.
Yeah, guiding bolt is one of those spells I was reading about the cleric. That's like, it's really kind of OP.
It's only a level 1. That's actually surprisingly a lot of damage for just level 1 spell.
And I also think that it give someone else like advantage on the target or something like that afterwards.
Wait, if it's a level
Yep.
1 cleric
Yes, it
spell,
is.
if it's a level 1 cleric spell, shouldn't I be able to use it too?
It's because it's a cleric only spell.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it says, and the next attack roll made against the target before the end of my turn has advantage. Or your next turn. At the end of your next turn has advantage. Yeah, so the sword will basically have advantage against it. Well, if it goes through.
Did you do your damage?
Oh, it went through? Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yes.
It has a armor class of 7.
That's a
17
nice
damage.
chunk of damage. The radiant damage hits and it sizzles. And you feel like the light from underneath it was trying to activate. Or maybe it's waiting for another bout of radiance.
Okay. And then I'll do the bonus attack with the spiritual weapon.
Right? Hit.
And the damage. Alright, that should do it for me.
All right, so this is just barely within range. Cray once again vanishes from sight. Pops back up over here. Just barely within range. I was very happy about that.
Very nice. Very nice. I believe in you, Cray. I
You
think
gonna-
you can do it.
He gonna do the slappy.
Hit.
I'm pretty sure I can't miss unless
you critical fail.
Yeah. So
In which case you would meet its armor class, but fail as a fail.
Assume it's getting
One
close.
more. Just puff on it. How would you like to finish it off, Gray?
with a series of blows into the water, preferably without taking damage.
Haha, nice try. Is there a particular way you'd like to finish this off?
With a series of blows into the water, preferably without taking damage.
I refuse.
I think he just like bitch slaps it to death.
Why are you smacking with the back of your hand? That's where my knuckles are. Yes, but they're not curled. So,
It's like this is called pacifism because it's not a fist, so it's friendly.
right, let's see how you fare against it. You take 11 points of acid damage for 3 strikes against the black pudding.
Ow.
Your hands burn. Ah, yes. So this is acid.
Cray stands there idly, flicking what acid he can off his hands. He doesn't seem perturbed.
I feel that's a lie.
It's
He
not.
said,
I think that on the inside he's screaming a little bit because he's missing half his health.
However, everyone roll perception.
Does hearing apply to this?
It does not.
Okay.
15's okay. Ooh,
Oh,
first
Lord.
one.
Rishon still has must have seen something.
Risforn is completely obsessed with his, his new little pet, the slime. Just kind of tickling it and poking at it, playfully kind of stuff.
Element and Cray, you see, as the puddings dissolve away, something like a black tendril snakes away from them. And what surprises you is that it's how solid it looks, actually. Into the water and north. There is an iron gate, or an iron grating.
That must be one of the sections that's closed off.
This is particularly bothersome.
Why? What'd you guys see?
A black tendril we just saw it wiggle back into that door.
You mean the grate that we probably can't fit through?
Yes.
Well, maybe I could. I'm a lot smaller than the rest of you.
There are likely more of these things to the north.
Yes, but as we can't go through the grate, we're gonna have to find another way.
I will say, for the sake of it, you are effectively done with this map.
Really?
This is a small map.
Well, yes. The sewer is sectioned off into very many small pieces, and there's not much else for you. I'll just say that so you don't have to keep searching around, as Risform stated.
Alright, well, we killed 2 of them.
However, since you took longer, they came to you. That's why I'm saying this.
Okay.
So it is a bigger map, but just...
There's
We're
nothing else for you here.
Right. Okay. Cleric.
Well, it's
Yes, sir.
Stairs.
Hopefully one of the people who came down here isn't a bear.
Nope.
He holds his arms up to her.
Seems-
Risform would like to cast Polymorph on one of the ones that came down to turn them into a bear.
Interesting. But you're supposed to
Graham
go
gets a
Not
crazed look in
actually.
his eye.
right, but you're supposed to go up to them and report that you're finished, and then they will come down into the sewer to set up the torches.
Euphoria, did you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright.
Give me one sec. I'm trying to see which one's a little more effective.
Now the question is, was that 2 kills or 3 kills?
Actually, what,
Well,
I was
if
actually
they
wondering
came
that.
down here to us, then Risforn is content to let them count themselves.
No, the enemies came to us. The guards we have to go to ourselves.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought we were discussing that the
How-
enemies came down.
Oh,
Yes, the enemies did come down to us.
He's
Or
saying
the
because we took
others.
so long studying that magic, the enemies came to us. They
so
hunted
you
us
didn't
down.
have to explore the rest.
Ah.
So you didn't have to explore the rest of the map, and I won't waste your time letting you search effectively when there's no point.
So basically, us waiting, we just managed to just take care of them all at once because they came to us. we
However,
might have
you
been
also
able.
fought them both at once for
Yeah.
it.
It wasn't that bad, Graham says.
Element, meanwhile, my blood.
Pretty much everyone other than Euphoria.
Yeah.
Graham high fives Euphoria.
In this case, Risforn will
Okay,
claim
high
that it
five.
was 3 of them.
Well, to be fair, I actually ended up not taking that much damage because of well, I did took damage, but I ended up not ending up with a lot of damage because of Ritual healing me. Although my armor is damaged.
How much HP are you missing, Cray?
He's missing 23.
Yes.
Risforn is gonna go over to Elemin and cast Mending on his armor.
Oh, that's right. Mending does work on armor and stuff like that, doesn't it?
How much HP is Risforn missing?
18.
And Element is gonna.
If you look on the combat tracker, the number that's underneath that last box under the WND section, that's how much damage they've taken.
When
Okay, thank you.
When Ritual comes to cast Mending on Element's armor, Element puts his hand on Ritual's shoulders and he casts Lay on Hands on you to heal up the damage that you took for healing me.
Yeah, just try not to get hurt again. Too bad. That
That
kind of
was-
hurts to cast that.
I imagine I heard you scream a little bit.
Yeah. Not pleasant.
Thank you though. You saved me out of a pretty big pickle.
Well, just make sure that guy knows about that. Tired of him accusing me of not actually caring about any of you.
Graham will be like, "Yeah, I was impressed that you did that."
All right, I can heal Cray for 17 and Risforn for 18 each health. If I use the channel divinity, I can distribute 35 hit HP to the party.
Well,
In any way I
it
see.
looks like Element needs 9 and I need 23, and it doesn't look like Rishfor needs any at all.
Yeah, Elemin cured
Oh, my bad.
the problem I had.
So,
Oh, okay. Then you just distribute the 8 to element that he needs, and the rest will go to Cray.
You need help with the healing. I can help too. I also use cure, healing magic.
well, if she's doing 35, we only are 34 down.
Okay, then we'll
Actually, no, we're 32 down, so we got 3 of overflow.
Yeah, and that's good. Then that should keep everybody healed up.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on the plus side, even if that spell winds up doing my full health, or its max damage, to me, that'll only do 32 points to me. But it'll heal any of us up to full.
True, but
Nice.
that also sounds dangerous though.
Sure! Yeah, it's fine! We're good!
True, but as he is a very pure caster, I don't think we should ever be having him in situations where he's in that much danger.
Yeah, that is true. Don't worry.
I
Rich,
advise we allow the healers to continue their healing.
I advise we get out of the filthy sewer before Element's infection gets worse.
That is true.
Thankfully, none of the... He managed to dodge the sewer water, so he
That is
probably
true.
doesn't have to use the peroxide unless that acid did something to him.
Yeah, Graham's gonna do the some of the first aid procedures just to make sure, because those things smelt rank as hell. And Graham would prefer not to take chances.
Would you use the alcohol or the peroxide?
Whichever one would be most applicable. But since it... that's a good question, because... Does putrid acid getting into wounds qualify as a severe infection risk or a minor one?
If you allow me to check it out, I could try to see what what the best course of action is.
Go for it.
I'd like to roll for
You
medicine.
could both roll
Uh,
medicine if you wanted to.
Thank you.
It's very likely that the acid itself was the primary danger, and may have been the source of the acrid smell, as supposedly acid also eats away at most bacterias. So peroxide would probably be the only thing that's needed, if it is at all.
Well, thankfully
Yeah,
it's not as bad as we thought.
I thought you didn't mean. Thought you meant the smell wasn't like actual, like just like a strong like chemical smell, but like a foul kind of.
It was strangely bitter, I will say that.
Okay.
But then again, this is also a magical slime.
True.
And the smell may have been the residue of its acid eating things.
Fair enough. Well, if Euphoria tells Graham that, he'll be like, okay, well if that's the case, then I think he's fine.
Yeah, he should be fine. I think we should get out of here as quickly as possible, as you said, though. We don't want to aggravate anything else.
Yep. Graham will start walking towards the exit.
We'll go ahead and exit. Rizford is still carrying his new little pet with him, of course.
Lava lamp.
Lava lamp. Oh, yes. This is mine now.
Your chest mimic might be jealous. Or maybe less lonely.
He'll just have a collection.
This only makes Graham miss poor Dustin Minimus more.
Well, upon opening the doors and leaving the sewers, those 5 dogs are still waiting and look at you with some surprise. What happened? Oh,
We got sidetracked investigating a magical mystery.
magical. What now?
Don't worry about it.
I can't not worry about it now that you've told me. Are you saying that something else was down there?
Well, not that we saw, but something else was killing slimes, apparently.
What? But nothing's been in here. We've been on guard.
Well, we sure as hell didn't freeze that slime.
Jesus.
Cray steps forward and holds up a hand. I believe the current Minister of Magic is investigating it.
My God, your hand. Did you?
The hand is perfectly healed.
Oh, that's right. You received healing, but it's
It
very
looks shiny
smooth now. Yeah, it's like
Yes.
okay. The Minister of Magic. Oh
Hey,
yeah, I heard about
You
that
go away.
4
I'm
days ago.
Graham's gonna kind of glare at Cray a little bit. He's like, "So, have you guys heard about anything even remotely sounding like that before?"
These slimes. It doesn't sound familiar, but maybe Captain heard something about that.
how about any like other weird magical things happening to slimes while from the other cleaners?
They seem to be thinking about it. Roll insight.
All right. Do.
One of them seems to think about something, but doesn't speak up.
Graham will
Cray,
Graham will lean in closer, be like, you know something.
Cray looks over to Ristforn. Shouldn't you be asking these questions?
Sorry, what?
Shouldn't you be asking these questions?
What questions?
The
Paying
questions
attention.
based about the magical findings of which you were investigating for 20 minutes.
It seems
Graham
this
is
may not
currently
be the
questioning-
first incident.
Graham leans in at the dog that seems to know something, like, you know something. We're with the Ministry of Magic. You're kind of obligated to tell us.
All right. So, 3 days ago, there was one report that was a little weird that I heard about. Maybe there's more, but this is the only one that I remember. Supposedly, something reached out of the water while the party was engaging with one of the slimes and shot at it with something. And the slime started to balloon out. Like it was inflated with air beyond capacity and popped in every direction.
So, did you happen to get a description of the thing that came out of the water?
No, they just said that there was some weird movement from beside it, and then they were more focused on the rapidly expanding black pudding. They were very worried at first.
Well, something's down there hunting or experimenting on those black slimes.
I'd say it's doing us a favor. But then when it's done, I will be very worried about it. Hopefully it doesn't do that to people.
Yes, that should have been your first thought.
We care about the darkness more first and foremost.
Perhaps it's
Yes,
worth
because I'm
investigating.
sure that you would like to be ballooned beyond capacity and exploded.
That would not take very long. I promise.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying it's still a horrible death.
Yes. What I wish on the darkness, but not for my companions.
Yeah, the real question is it hunting them? I don't necessarily think this thing is hunting the slimes because they're related to the darkness. I think that just might be a potential coincidence.
Oh.
We're not necessarily saying that it's not true or not a possibility, but there are far more plentiful targets of the darkness outside of the walls than in the sewers.
Is there anything preventing us from further investigating it?
No. You can report back, get your pay, and ask for another section of the sewer. And we'll let you back in there.
Real quick, this might not be something you know. Any reports from other cleaners about black tendril-like things coming out of the slimes after they've been defeated?
Tendrils? No, just smoke. And it goes into the unexplored parts of the sewer. The sewer part next to this one is probably the next one to go for the next team. We're taking it out methodically, starting with one end and working our way to the other. Effectively, we're going to back whatever this is into a corner eventually.
I hope you guys have some kind of potentially greater plan than random mercenaries for what might potentially be at the end of this this road when you've backed this monster into a desperate corner.
Higher pay for better mercenaries.
Well, there's an idea.
We've got top men looking at it.
Graham
Who?
is going to stare at these people who are supposed to be part of a military city.
Graham,
Well-
it's top men.
Like yourselves, perhaps?
Oh, I'm not saying that we won't necessarily take the job. I'm just kind of wondering why the city wouldn't necessarily have a plan to deal with it, considering you are a major military power within Miraleth.
We retain this military power by taking care of our people. We gather information, we make a plan with that information, and we act in a manner that maximizes our safety and efficiency.
Again, I don't have a problem with that, but whenever you're saying that you're planning on dealing with this sewer issue entirely with outside mercenaries.
They're good for scouting.
Alright, so you guys do have a plan to potentially have gone in yourselves if the mercenaries
Yes.
end up overpowered. Okay.
As you know, there are 5 of us here, with lots of alchemist fire and weaponry. At each
Graham for a
entrance-
moment wonders why they just don't like flood the sewers with like alchemist fire. Besides that, it's Besides that, it's a little impractical.
Well, that's why it's impractical and maybe a bit too expensive.
Somehow, I feel like this place might have the resources for that potentially.
Maybe, I don't know.
Also, looking back, the slimes that we saw, did they have actual like smoke around them or anything like that?
You did see that when you looked up at them on the ceiling.
Did they keep the smoke around them the entire time we were fighting them?
After they dropped down from the ceiling, they didn't actually. Seemed like it sucked back inside them.
Interesting.
Yeah, Graham will explain
Like it
this
didn't want to be seen.
and talk to Risforn. He's like, "What do you think about that?"
As far as I'm concerned, they can do what they want here. The black puddings really are not our, something we can take on very easily.
I
For the ice pool. Go for the
I need
ice
I need to learn some sort of range ability besides tossing my spears at them.
I
But I
think
don't-
you need I think you need a glaive or something.
Can glaives attack from two squares away without throwing?
Yes, look up the weapons and that have reach.
Did I miss it, or do we actually have alchemist fire now?
No, we don't.
Okay. I didn't think we did, but...
Those dogs have lots, though.
Graham will be like, I still think we should maybe take a few more of these missions. The money sure as hell won't hurt.
Oh, I agree. We can go ahead and get some more money out of them and
Get to the bottom of what the hell's going on.
maybe maybe get ourselves a nicer reward as well. Yeah.
Alright, so you go back to the headquarters and report your findings?
Yep. And wait, is the captain the bear?
He is the one that assigned the mission.
Graham's gonna be like, Rispborn, ask the bear guy about any other unusual magical happenings about the slimes, because there's some weird shit going on down there.
Why don't you come in and ask him?
Unless you want to see me attack a innocent person, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, you told me to look for weapons with reach, right? Yeah, the glaive and the lance both have reach.
The glaive is the only one worth using, unless you're mounted.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Either that, or Euphoria's gonna have to work their magic and make sure that I stay calm enough that I don't go into a murderous rage.
Maybe.
Okay, out of character, it is time for us to end.
Ah, yes.
So let's go ahead and call it at this point, and we will pick up next time.
Alright.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Tales of Miraleth Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back tomorrow with more streaming. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Please consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. I am streaming full-time now, and I cannot continue to do so without your support. So a huge thank you to all of my patrons, donators, and subscribers. Please continue doing what you're doing. It makes sure that I can keep bringing these streams to you guys. And yeah, thank you again so much for joining. And I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Well,
Good night, stream.
Good night.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.